God has me single because he knows that I be creating content for y'all. I be creating content for us because, hey, if I was married right now, creating content for single people for what? Like, don't I got bad things to do, my man? Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, Yasha Tendi, and I am back with another video. Hey. If you are a guest viewer, I hope by the end of the video you consider subscribing. I hope my energy and yours click. If you if this is home, you know what? What's good? I left some chicken in the oven, so you can go get yourself some chicken in the oven. Yeah, okay. Here is a list of 10 things you can do as you wait for your person, whether you're male or female and you're waiting for your person to come through, because why not? See, you're alone anyway, so continue. You know, you might as well just do something while you're waiting. The first thing is learn new skills. Yes, don't just sit around and mope around about being single. Get yourself involved in something. Learn a new skill. Improve the skills you already have. Learn a new course on LinkedIn. Sign up for a free one. Sign up for an online course which is completely free, which will just take your mind off things and keep you busy. Learn a new skill. I mean, learn to play an instrument. Do whatever you want, but just learn to do something. Learn a new skill, you know? Get busy. Get yourself busy so that you distract yourself from so that you get your mind off thinking, oh, if I had a spouse, oh my gosh, I would totally be. The second thing is develop new interests. Have you ever heard the line, oh, he's very interesting, oh, she's very interesting? We only say that about interesting people, and what makes an interesting person interesting? It's the interests they have. So you cannot be interesting if you have no interest to begin with. So you need to just, develop new interests. Find out what makes you tick. Take a look at what you enjoy doing. Go out on your own. Get to know yourself better so that you know what interests you might have. And this way, it's easy for you to, be conversational. When a different person asks you what interests you have, then you know what to tell them because you already know what interests you have. You feel me? Get healing for past traumas. Don't just sit around and say, oh my gosh, I wish my spouse was here. But you're not doing anything to get over all the bad things that have happened in your life. Whether they were your fault or not, things have probably happened in your life. And it's only natural that you might want to seek healing for those past traumas. Get counseling, see a therapist, see a pastor, see a priest. Just get help for all the past traumas that have been a part of your story. Will they cease to be a part of your story after these horrific things are dealt with? No, these things are still a part of your story, but they don't have as much of a hold as they do after you've sought out healing as compared to before the healing at all. Open up to someone, get healing, get help. There's so much help, be it sexual abuse, be it whatever abuse you've been through or whatever heartbreak. Maybe it was your first love. Hey, you broke your heart and you wanted to kill yourself. You need to get over that trauma before another man comes into your life. Or maybe this woman broke your heart and you're like, I want to kill myself. And so before another woman comes in, you need to get healing because you don't want her carrying the burden of trying to be your help and like your peace. You feel me? Point number 4, get to know yourself better. Are you ready for this one? Because getting to know yourself better means learning yourself. Become a student of yourself. Learn what you like, learn what you do not like. Learn what makes you tick, learn what puts you off, learn what makes you comfortable, learn what doesn't make you comfortable. Learn the way around you. Like if someone wants to ask for something and they really need it, how best can they approach you? Learn what methods of approach you are most apt to be agreeable with when you experience those things. Learn yourself. Take yourself out. In fact, You don't need a man to take you out for lunch. You don't need a man to take you to some fancy restaurant or some fancy hotel for dinner. You don't need a man to do all those things. You don't need a woman to be there cooking for yourself. Learn things for yourself. Learn yourself. Take yourself out. Do something for yourself. I mean, why would you not? Do you know? Like, it just makes no sense. You are waiting for someone to come get to know you, but you don't even know yourself. How? You know? Number 5. This should have been the first point, but don't worry. We're going to put it inside there. The 5th point is develop a relationship with God. If you have a relationship with God already, fair and fine. But if you don't, hear me now. Carrying out, going through life as an adult with a faith you don't understand just because that's what you grew up with at home is a no-no. Like, you need to, if you get to a point where you continue with the faith you were raised with at home because you have done a lot of soul searching and research and you feel, okay, this is exactly what God is calling me to, then perfect. But for you to just say, oh yeah, when I was raised I didn't go to church, so like I'm just not going to go to church anyway. You need to develop a relationship with God. Rediscover your relationship with God. Obviously, the way you knew God as a little child is not the same way you know God now as an adult, and it's definitely not going to be the same way you're going to know God after you become someone's spouse or someone's parent. So you need to develop your relationship with God. All that is said and done under this earth, there's just one thing that's most important. Your relationship with God determines the trajectory of your relationship with every other person, so especially your spouse. So if you're going to leave God out of your life and then you expect some person to come into your life and make things right, and then you expect that both of you are going to get along and like things are going to be good, I don't know what you're eating, I don't know what you're drinking, I don't know what you're eating, I don't know what you're drinking, I don't know what you're smoking, but stop smoking. Hey, stop smoking it, stop smoking it, because honestly speaking, there's just no way it's just not gonna happen. It's not possible. It's not possible. Book an eyes. Just one, live your life. Please stop waiting for someone to come through and make your life interesting or fascinating or fun or exciting. You have been given one life by God. God so, out of all the lives, God so, and say, you know, you are the most perfect person to give this life to. And so God entrusted you with the life he has given you. For you to sit around and mope about and just be depressed that someone else with a different life completely is not in your life at the moment, and then you can't create any fun for yourself. It's such a waste of life. It's such a waste of God's resources. Like, God would be just looking at you, just thinking, this child, hey, did I waste resources or not? But we know God makes no mistakes. And so if you are saying this now and you are alive, obviously, then it simply means that God has given you one life and you owe it to yourself and to God to live your best life. Do not wait for people to come make fun for you, because it's not their responsibility. You owe it to yourself. It's your sole responsibility as the guardian of your life to enjoy the life that God has given to you. Make it fun, make it interesting, do something that you totally enjoy. But please, I beg you, do not wait for another person to come make life fun for you, because what happens if you attract a boring person? Hey, you boring, him boring, you boring, her boring, everyone boring, children boring. Please, you won't kill us in this world. Point number 7, learn how to settle disputes. Because in a relationship, in any relationship under the sun, there is bound to be conflict here and there. How you resolve conflict goes a long way in determining the longevity of your relationship. So you owe it to yourself and to your spouse as you wait for them to actually learn how to settle disputes well, learn how to argue well, learn how to handle disturbances well, learn how to resolve conflicts. If you don't know how to resolve conflict and you want to learn, I've got a video on that. It's in the relationship series. If you haven't taken a look at our relationship series, please do well to go check it out, because you will learn from submission right down to what? Finances. everything there, okay? Just learn how to argue out, you know? Like, even in the comment section, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, we can tell what kind of spouse you're going to be by the way you argue with strangers, especially online. Don't you find it weird when people you don't even know like pick arguments with you and then Let me, never mind. Number eight, do something that will show them when they arrive that, hey, they have it in your thoughts. I know one guy, he likes to travel, so as he was going around the world, he would go to a certain place and get a souvenir for his wife. He would get something small to show his future wife that as he was traveling around the world, he had her in mind. And so I think it's a really cool thing. I have a friend of mine as well. She recently got married. She was journaling to her future husband. So yeah, just do something that will show them when they arrive that, hey, you've been thinking about them long before they turned up in your life. Okay, do something. Write letters, write journals, whatever you want to do. Buy something for them. I don't really know, but like, just do what works for you. Number 9, strengthen the bonds you have at the moment. If you have 5 friends, please strengthen the bond that you have with these 5 friends, so that when your spouse gets here or when your person arrives, they see just how well you manage other friendships. They see just how good you are with other people in your life, and that you're not putting up a show for them to just think you're a great person. Because my assumption is, if you're watching this, you really are a great person. And so we want to ensure that you are a great person in whole totality. And part of that is investing in your friendships and in the relationships, your maternal relationships that are in your life right now. Just work in them and strengthen the bonds, because these people will come in very handy when you're married. Listen to me talking like I'm married already. One last thing before the last thing. Get rid of your insecurities. If you have an insecurity about something, it goes down to the other point mentioned about getting healing over traumas that have happened in your life. But if you have insecurities about something, you owe it to yourself and to the other person to get rid of all these insecurities you might have. Because to be honest, insecurity is just being insecure in general is not something attractive. Like, no one wants to be with the person who's insecure. No one wants to be with the person who's constantly accusing them of cheating because they have trust issues that they have not dealt with. No one wants to be with the person who is just not confident and is not just confident and secure in who they are as a person. Because insecure people didn't really come with a truckload of problems. I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it's the truth of the matter. Agree with it, don't agree with it, that's your own problem, but it's the truth of the matter, and you know it. The last thing. Are you ready? The last thing is, don't lose heart, okay? Don't lose heart. In God's world, in heaven, in God's books, there is no delay. There is no, oh, you here too early. God is always on time. And so if God is making you wait, you are in good company. You can relax, okay? Just relax. As you strengthen your relationship with God, you will find peace in the wait. You will find peace in the storms. You will find peace in everything that happens in your life. So do not lose heart. Do not lose heart, okay? I hope by now you're subscribed if you hadn't subscribed before. Because, I mean, if you watched the whole video, you clearly like me that much, okay? Bye.